So I don't know how this is going to turn out, and I was going to talk to camera about the new Richard Mille RM07, and I thought, I know, why don't I just put the camera on my video screen and actually show you Richard Mille's website. Now, I think there's a way that I can just share the website, but I had the camera out, I was going to talk to it, and I know that there might be some shade of me in the background, but hopefully not. I know that if the screen is a light color, you won't see my reflection. But I thought to myself, I know, why don't I just talk to my microphone like this, and then I will run Richard Mille's own website, you know, as the background really, and then I will insert the Richard Mille photographs and pictures that I've got from Richard Mille's own website and also Revolution's website, because that they're just so good. But this is one of the reasons that I really think Richard Mille is one of the 12 kings, and it's because of what they do as a watch company. Now, of course, you know, people might say, you know, there are similar colorways, there are similar watches, and of course there are, but really these watches are super quality. This watch, the RM07, it's actually Richard Mille's first automatic sports watch with a new automatic movement, and it has that single pusher on the side that determines if the crown is in neutral mode, or if it's in wind mode, or if it's in time setting mode. And it's something that I have seen before, and it's really cool, and I'm not sure that another brand does that, although someone will tell me that it does. But that is something that I've always thought is, you know, very high-end and very Richard Mille. Now, the RM07, the thing that you're looking at, it took 3 years to design, and I can really believe that. I imagine the design and the R&D cycle for Richard Mille, I imagine it's at least 3 years. I would have thought that's quite a slow, that's quite a fast time frame to actually go from a concept, the R&D and design, and considering that this does have a new automatic movement. And the movement, I think they call it the CRM-A8, but it is this small automatic sports movement for this watch, and it is quite cool. Now, the other thing that does strike me is the materials used for the case. Now, 5 of these colours, when in fact all the colours that are colourful, they're all made out of quartz, TPT, and I think the TPT stands for Tiny Ply Technology. So what they've done is that they've used crystal material, and they've created a crystal composite material. I imagine what they've done is that they've put quartz crystals under a lot of heat and temperature until it solidifies, and then they've made a material. So for some reason I liken it to ceramic or sapphire. I imagine the properties of it are very similar to ceramic in its hardness, but I imagine it's more durable than ceramic, because I think ceramic is too brittle. I've got a feeling that quartz TPT might be a more durable material, in that you can drop it on the floor and it's less likely to shatter or break. Its hardness, for some reason, I imagine it's similar to ceramic or carbon fiber. And now I say carbon fiber, that the black one of these watches is made out of carbon fiber. It looks very similar to the Colourful quartz TPT cases, but that one is carbon fiber. In actual fact, that is, you know, some bedtime reading, because that would be super, super interesting. And it does bring me on to my own opinion about case materials and watch materials, because I'm one person that has, probably like a dinosaur, always thought to myself, the best watch materials are probably steel, titanium, precious metals like gold and platinum, and really they are the materials. Sapphire is brilliant for the crystal, although you can have composite mineral crystals that are suitable and that are very hard for crystal covering. Now, we know that there are crystal cases. RM makes a crystal case watch. We know that they're very expensive and very difficult to manufacture. Also, I understand that they are brittle and you don't want to be dropping you know, a crystal case. But we have these composite materials like quartz TPT, like carbon fiber, and the other exotic materials. And I understand that there's a good reason for you know, developing these composite materials, because number one, they're interesting. Number two, they do for most part have properties that lend themselves towards case construction, holding movements together, bracelets, etc. But, you know, so I don't think there's anything wrong in, you know, trying all these different materials to make cases and straps. But I do find myself once again thinking about preference. You know, what do you want strapped around your wrist? And I'm one of those dinosaurs and one of those you know, people that likes, you know, stainless steel or titanium or gold or platinum, and I tend to be less interested in these composite materials. But certainly that isn't what I'm finding, and it's mainly because of brands like Richard Mille and their focus and their research and development around materials that's got me really interested and in different materials. I know that Casio G-Shock, they have a carbon composite material. Maybe they've started calling it biomass, and they've used it in one of their frogmans that you know, I love the design, but I always thought to myself, it would be better if it was made out of titanium or steel. You know, not really, you know, really liking this plasticky, you know, composite material, although it's very nice, but it is not for me. But you can see here, these Richard Milles, they had this quartz TPT composite material, and I bet you it's resilient, it's scratch resistant, it's very tough. And you know, I imagine that making it, the material itself allows itself to be coloured that way. And so the colouring goes through that material, which is difficult if it's you know, a metal or a precious metal. Although, you know, if you just like the gold colour, that's totally fine. But I am finding that I do like these colours. I really like what Richard Mille does. These colours are very, they look rich, warm, expensive, and they do look high-tech. But the colours are brilliant. You can imagine wearing an outfit or playing sport in these watches, and even though, you know, they've been advertised with females, and you know, I think it's more a smaller watch, and if you like smaller watches or you have a smaller wrist, you know, this watch is totally fine. Although, you know, you are going to have to be comfortable with these, you know, very light colours, but I think that's totally fine. And of course lots of other normal size or larger size Richard Milles, and they're very colourful too. But this release, once again, I thought looked excellent, mainly because of the colourway, the materials used, and the fact it is a new automatic movement by Richard Mille. And I thought, I'm going to have to say something about it. It's really nice. I really do like it. Anyway, I hope this video has been okay. I haven't spoken to camera because I thought that the website just looks so much better. So I hope you like it, and I will try and improve these videos and get these images looking better. And I hope everyone is well, and speak again soon.